guys, it is Sunday, November 20th, I believe. And, well, last day, tomorrow is work again. So I'm putting away, or trying to put away some laundry here. So yeah, I may not be able to do all this while I'm holding the vlog camera, but I have a lot of things in there and I gotta put these away, so I'll show you when it's done. Hey guys, back again. You may not be able to see the actual thing, but thought I would show you some. This goes into closet there. Because this is just an extra shirt that, you know, I can wear instead of the old shirts I wear. Pajamas goes into the drawers. Like to call this Leah's shirt. You might see her, yeah. Ah, come on. Well, got 3 hangers now. Leave it to old Jazz to make a mess. So I only need one of them for the second. I don't think I recognize this one. Stash belt. Don't know if you guys know what that is. It was the company who originated it went on the Dragon's Den. Now Summer Street, I don't do it as much as I used to, but they still do the stash belts, I think. Now I don't really know for sure. It's kind of similar to the red shirt, only purple. Has a bit of a fancier tone to it than the ones that I usually wear. And here we go again, taking these 3 out because they're kind of stuck together. Whoa, hey. Be a good hanger. Well, there's my tops, shirt. Well, that's one way to do it, to drop my hangers. Sorry about that, guys. Yay, hangers. because I'm really going to need these clothes to, like, this week, because I'll be getting into work again. There's a few slippers here. The rest of the stuff I really don't want to record putting away, so I'll see you in the next clip. Hey guys, it's Tuesday, November 22nd, and I apologize there was no vlog Monday. I will admit I forgot, but I might try to make this a bit, longer, maybe, to explain what happened the other days and that. Like, I went back to work yesterday, and I didn't stay for sign language, but I did some bingo, and then we got to do what we wanted for an hour, pretty much, because I guess everyone did. Okay, I'm not saying I didn't do a good job of what I got, but everyone did a good job all day, so Spirit Riser wasn't getting out another pile of work, even though it's only 2. So, we did that, and I honestly forget what else. There's this new temporary supervisor. We'll just call him John for namesake. That's not his name. And that's it. There wasn't much there. I was pretty quiet most of the day. Wasn't much of a big deal. Today I went back. Like, tomorrow I'm taking off because Kathy's going to Halifax, and having someone else take me, plus the thought of her being that far off on the roads, makes my anxiety a little bit worse. So I decided just to take it off. And as of today, we did some art. We were doing splatter color painting. Also, I'm not mentioning names for one I don't know, and even if I did, I wouldn't use the real names or any sort. But someone put something incredibly inappropriate in the computer lab, with a wallpaper, we'll just say it was. And no one knows who did it. I didn't, just so you know. But I always have these ridiculous, because it is ridiculous to anyone else. I have these weird, ridiculous anxieties that they'll think, like, for example, they think it's me because I'm one of the more higher functioning clients that may have the ability to do what was done. But I mean, obviously, I guess if you know you didn't do something and people know you well enough, then it's a silly thought. But sometimes it still crosses your mind, like, I know I didn't do it, but sometimes I worry, will they think it's me? But I suppose I should think of the worst case scenario if that's the case. They would question me. And that'd be it. Hopefully I'd say, no, I didn't do it. And that would be, like, done. But even with that said, I'm thinking, like, I'm the type of person that hates to be confronted. Like, I've always been like that. I've always didn't like disciplinary. I mean, I know if it has to happen, it has to happen, but I've never liked those type of discussions. Like, I never have. I never did. I mean, even when, we'll just say, one of my cousins, we'll call her, Cassidy, we'll just say, we're about the same age, and anytime they would discipline her, I mean, I just didn't like the tones, is what I didn't like, and I always wouldn't want to be anywhere around her when I was younger, because I'd worry that tone would be used, or she would do something to require that. tone. She's grown up since then, and I don't have an issue with her anymore. In fact, she was one of the people who were closer to me. Like, you know what I mean, for a few years of my life. But my point is that I've never been good, even if I wasn't involved in the situation. I never could handle those type of disciplinary tones or, I mean, to be fair, a lot of them were hollering. Sorry about that. Kind of an interruption, but anyway, like whenever I think it was more the hollering that upset me in that situation and not necessarily what she did. There was only one or two situations where I was nervous about how she was reacting. And that was any time she would take my glasses. I didn't wear these type all my life. But I did always wear glasses since I was like 3 or 4, I believe. I think before 3 I never wore them, but I mean, it would not help my hearing. I guess maybe then again I was worried about that because of how they reacted to her. And I suppose I am defensive sometimes of people I really care about or like at that time Cassidy, again give a name, was my friend. I was a little nervous about the tones the adults would use, but she was the only person my age then. And that's the way I saw it at the time. Now, as I said, like Cassidy has grown up in that way. And even then, she's grown up a little bit. She is trying to do better for herself. She did have a rough-ish life in a way. But she's still someone who always showed that she cared. Like, to me especially. I said, as the older cousin, she is older by 4 months about. But we're both 25 at this point. I mean, as I said, we're both also shorties. I'll just say that much. She's still taller than me by a bit, but as I like. But as I back that was to the point too, is that I guess I worry about confrontations like at all, and even if something happens, right? Like I always worry about it. I mean, I also worried about the fact that there had to be a strict schedule to the computer lab because of this. And it's funny, like, as I said, I know it's silly for me to think, what if they think I did it, or what if they would, whatever. Because, like, I know I didn't do it. I've never shown prior behavior that would indicate that I would do it. But I just have the irrational fears sometimes. But then I should also think, well, if you really didn't do it, what's the worst that they can do without actually knowing that it's true? Yes, that's true. But, as I said, I just have those irrational fears. I never said that personally to anyone. But yeah, anyway, I think I'll end this clip now. Hopefully tomorrow things will be better. It wasn't like the worst day, like ever. Like I did some art and I had an ice cap, so yes, I don't get my Thursdays, but I get one later tomorrow night, so that's pretty good. And my computer is working as of this point, so it was a pretty good day overall. If I can, sometimes I will try to get more out. Like, for the next 3 or 4 weeks, I'm going to be looking for parcels. Maybe I'll bring you with me and a little bit to show the parcels. But I won't show me opening them right now because, well, I might show you. I'll read who it's from. If there's a parcel I'm expecting from a guy, like we'll just say you guys remember Vamp the Lost Soul review I did. There's going to be another one. There's another one coming. So, I'm waiting for that. That I will kind of show me picking up or whatever, but the other things I am going to kind of open a bit off camera. For one, like, I'm not using them right away. But then again, you know kind of what they are through the advertisement, for the most part. But I want to save a lot of the opening for Christmas. I might try to record Christmas Eve and that, of me opening everything. So, yeah. But I do need to open each parcel to make sure that, like, an item I could check off on eBay or wherever I ordered. Because if, like, I want to respond back as quick as possible when it gets there to be a good buyer on YouTube. Like, I want to be known to be a trusted buyer. I mean, it's a silly way to think, but yeah. Well, anyway, guys, I will see you in the next clip. Hey guys, it is Thursday, November 24th. Sorry, I've missed yesterday too. This week has just been an off week for me. I don't know why, but maybe my mind was lazy, especially Wednesday when I was off. So, not much happened. I got a nice nap today, even though I didn't go to work. It was a small one. Kathy surprised me because, one, I didn't wake her up, and two, I never asked for it. So, that was pretty cool. I was watching some videos. I didn't do very much recording, as I said. My mind is just on off mode, I guess. Like, I have no idea, but last night I think I beat the game, Pokemon Moon. Well, I beat the main game. Anyway, I still am doing quite a bit on Moon. I'm just recording different stuff, making money. I'm watching some, like, videos on how to make money, like, without even battling, right? And it works. You just need patience, or you just need to get your mind focused on something else, because all it requires is smashing rocks over and over. Also, there's this bug in my room. I think they have a nest or something, because there's like bug after bug after bug, and I know I killed one of them. Probably should have recorded that. But anyway, I said not much has happened. I was off the other day. Kathy went to Halifax. And I was home pretty much. I was either playing the game or wasn't doing very much. But anyway, guys, I will see you in the next clip. Hey, guys. It is Friday, November 25th. Not much went on today. I was watching videos. I had supper and a couple of the orders I ordered, you know, for Christmas came in, a couple games, or whatever. I might do a gamers haul a little later, but I only got 2 games, so I might wait on it. But yeah, as I said, like, I'm really excited because one of them was from the US and the other was from Canada. They both got here at the same time. Only 2 games I ordered, you know, within the recent. It's just amazing. I don't know what type of shipping the guy who sent the one from the US did, but it got there just as fast as the one from Canada. And I could tell because they each had one. They said one at Canada, Ontario, I think. I don't know if it was Ontario. The one it said United States, so it was from the US. Like, the guy must have had fast shipping because they both came yesterday, but I never actually received it until today. Or either my aunt forgot, or it just got mailed today, and it got to Canada Post Thursday. I don't know. But, works out. I said I have to wait till Christmas to actually use them, but, as I said, like, more things to put on top of it, because I might want something next year, but I might try to slow down on that, because I am an adult. I mean, I've already been an adult for, like, 7 years, technically, in a way, if you count 18 and on. Like, I'm still a teenager at 18, but I'm an adult, a young adult teenager. So I've been an adult for, like, 7 years, so maybe a bit longer, so it is about time I slow down on that stuff. I mean, like, there's certain situations now, like, for example, like, even as but then again, teenagers just like getting things, like, gifts-wise, anyway, like, and, you know what, there are kids who watch this, so I'm not going to go deep into it, but Well, they say that up to a certain age, kids have a certain part of Christmas that is very special, and after a certain age, it's still special to like the teenagers, but they see things like family and they like to still get gifts, but like Christmas is a different thing to them. And once you're an adult, usually it's only really special because there's teenagers and kids in your life and family. That's important. And when you're older, the gift receiving isn't supposed to be the biggest thing. It's given to others. Now, for a while, my mind was still kind of set on the gift thing, maybe because mentally or emotionally, not mentally, I am intelligent. I'm a little bit younger than my age is, so like let's say someone understood at age 17 maybe about the actual feeling in the addition for Christmas, right? That it isn't all receiving, but oh, I'm going to buy gifts for others, and oh, I can't wait to see the look on their face or whatever. Where someone might, between the ages of 17 and 18, get that mindset. For me, it still goes on a little longer. The kid aspect of it, mentality of it. Now, don't get the wrong idea. The first thing I mentioned about the young kids doesn't apply to me anymore. But I'm more in the mentality of the older kid to teenager mentality. Like, oh, this is my chance to get something. Oh, a gift. And I'm sure some adults are like that too. I mean, older adults are exceptions, but I'm still kind of in that middle mindset. But hopefully I might try to think more of others from this point on. I mean, I might still want something, but I might try not to go overboard like I did this year, because I figured this might be my last big... No, I'm going to be alive. That's not what I mean. This might be my last big year for gift receiving, because I have to kind of grow up. I mean, I should have a long time ago, but I still will. Everyone wants something for Christmas. It's nice to receive. And what I might do is list what's the most important that I receive. I'm also going to learn to try to, while I have the money, to try to get things throughout the year to add towards that, because that might just be the best thing to do when I can afford it and when my aunt can afford it. Because, as I said, money-wise, I got quite a bit. That's the thing, I got quite a bit for a certain price, which is good. So, yeah, I did pretty good. As I said, I got 2 things in here today. There's 4 more things altogether that I ordered from between the 15th and last week. Like, I ordered one thing before the Sun and Moon came out, and that had a certain shipping. It wasn't from eBay, so it was a different site, so I have to be a little more weary with that. But the things I received were from eBay. The thing is, that's what I say to my aunt. I don't use what I get until Christmas, but when it comes to ordering from eBay, you have to make sure a product gets in and let the seller know, and make sure it's in a decent condition, because that way you could give them the proper rating and let them know that you cooperated. Right? Saying, okay, yes, it got there, it was worth the money that you spent, the money is yours. Like, it's funny, I never did much in this vlog, so I'm going to try to go a little longer this time around. Like, with eBay, it isn't just important to be a good seller. I tried to sell things that never really worked out, but so I took them off the market before anyone ever paid. If someone paid, they would be getting it. But it's also important to be a good buyer. Now, you'd think, oh, but isn't the selling the most important, that you make sure the product's in good shape and sending it out and you get the money? Yes, I understand. Yeah, that is important. But it's also important to be a good reciprocate? Like, you kind of get what I mean. Like, because even though you think the buyers aren't as important, they are, because they provide the money, for example. And they take the item off your hand that you just don't quite use anymore. Or or you don't really want to use, but you want to get money for it, get something you do like. That is just important. As I said, I've never been so lucky with eBay when it comes to selling because I may not know how to do it properly. And that's the thing. I think from now on I'm going to really research prices of everything I think of selling. And the thing is, I only usually sell things like cards that I don't use. And I never sold any of them. Trust me, I still have them. But I don't know really what a way is to work around with that. And also, I mean, maybe it's of luck that I never sold any of them. I might want them later. Like, I remember when I did 99 Gamers, and I'm glad I got some great games out of it. But, at the same time, I kind of somewhat regret selling some of the games. Not all of them. Some of them I'm like, bye. But some of them I'm like, I really should have kept them. But, I mean, I did get good games in return, so I think that did pretty good. I don't really work with 99 Gamers like I used to, because there really isn't much there. Like, what there was. Like, and trust me, like, I checked, they're selling, like, machines now, but game-wise, there's nothing. Like, in my perspective, like, anything you think that you'd want, you know what? You have a better chance of getting them on eBay. Way better of a chance. Okay, I'm not saying 99 Gamers isn't good in a way. They had good reception, right? They get to write to me if I had to ask something. But it used to have a lot more options. It isn't like what it once was. eBay has still been, like, always been a little bit better. But it's funny to say this. Sometimes the prices on eBay can be ridiculous. But those are only for people who really just want to overdo it, right? Who, like, they don't care taking people's money. People who are good sellers on eBay always put a fair price. They always make sure they know what they're selling it for. And when it's done that way, it's really good. You can find almost anything on there. I mean, seriously, almost. I'm not going to get into those gross details. I've never been there, but I've heard stories. We'll just say, and I think now eBay's being a bit more careful with things like that. But being fair, you can get literally almost any object on eBay. Like, they might be pricey if they're rare, but you could find them. Like, because eBay has a whole array of sellers, from all over the world, and there's a chance that this rare game that for maybe the PlayStation you might be able to find. For example, like, I give eBay a really good praise for that. Like, it's more my fault that I haven't been selling things, I think. I don't know how it works well enough, so I don't think, unless I know something will sell and the fair price to do it, I don't think I'm going to try selling on there anymore. But for receiving things, it's really good. Yes, it costs money, but since I've learned to use some of the options, the filter options, it's helped a lot. Like, I got some of, we'll just say, Sims 2 stuff there that are so rare and hard to get. It's ridiculous. But, I mean, I was able to find them from sellers that I could trust. And we'll just say I don't get them till Christmas. A lot of the things I got. But as I showed you what if, we'll just say, Gamers Pickup coming up. We'll show 2 of them anyway. And, like, we'll just say that if you type it in there, I mean, I'm not saying, okay, maybe there are moments where you can't find certain things you want, but that is rare in between, and that's maybe because you don't know the way you're typing it. Sometimes you have to type it from all the different angles, like this, like the expansion, or whatever, for example, its name, or and sometimes you have to go into the filters to make sure if you don't want to pay shipment, go to free shipping, and maybe some days you won't find it under your settings, but no matter what, they're usually always there. You might have to pay shipping, or you might have to pay a lot of money, but they're usually there. right? Sometimes it's hard to find them under your settings. Like, a lot of the time, I try to go for little shipping or to none. Because, I mean, shipping, it's funny. The prices are usually cheap. The shipping is usually not. I was lucky if, like, one of the games I got had such low shipping for a change, which made the price of the whole thing fair. Like, sometimes you'll see a game that's $3, but $16 in shipping, and I'm dead serious, which would make it $19. But only $3 would be the price, whatever. It would be a lot. I mean, I'd find it a lot better if the shipping and the price was switched. I mean, I know it'd be the same price, but it would make more sense. I mean, guys, really, you could use some of that money, the extra money, to ship, right? So, why don't you just switch it around for it would make sense to people? I mean, that's like one of the only things that I see. And sometimes you have to really be careful of Canadian US. Like, there's a lot of things you have to look up for there. But eBay is a really good site. I've got a lot of the things that I use on there. One site I forget what site it was. Hopefully I get it soon. I never got the headset yet. But I ordered that for a different site. But it said it's in Canada Post, so it's in Canada now anyway. So hopefully that's the first thing I ordered on the 15th, which was officially almost a week and a half ago. In another day, tomorrow, it'll probably be a week and a half. So, yeah. And it said 10 to 20 days, so let's hope that is the case. It's gonna be 10 days. It's already been 10 days. So hopefully I'll get it soon. And I'm not using it until after Christmas, but I just want to know it's there. Like, I want to know everything I ordered will get there and the money was worth it. I mean, I know I can't, for example, test the games now, but I trust them. Right? It has the code. It only needs one. Okay, I'll just say it. There are 2 new Sims things. Well, I won't say what it is. Sims 2 ones, and they each only need 1 disc, so it's more than likely will work. I just have to retest how to install them because I have Let's Play going on. So, yeah. Speaking of, I don't know really how much longer I should make this Sims 2 one or start a new one after Christmas where everything is installed that I want to be. Like, I don't know. But as I said, I'm looking forward to Christmas this year. Like, I said, I'm not saying I will always do Christmas a little bit, right? Like, I'll go see family, and I will probably get a few things. Hopefully not as expensive as this year. But I'm not going to go crazy with it. Like, hopefully not as crazy with it for the next few years. But this might be my last spoiled Christmas, we'll just say. And I want to gotta go all out that I can. As I said, because I'm 25 now, probably should have stopped at least 6 years ago. Maybe 19, give or take. I'm just a young teenager, but as I said, eventually, hopefully, I will settle down with that. But anyway, I'll see you in the next clip. Hey guys, it is Saturday, November 26th. And not much went on today. I was watching videos and stuff. There really isn't that much to talk about. I apologize for the lousy vlog this week. As I said, everyone has their bad weeks. Trust me, I had a long week anyway. So, yeah. But as I said, tomorrow is the beginning of another week. Well, kind of. It is technically still this week, but I always did from Sunday to Saturday, so hopefully next week's vlog will be a little more eventful. Well, more eventful than this week anyway. Trying to think of what else. Well, I think I already did tell you that I bet Pokemon Moon. Now, I'm still working on the Let's Play. As I said, there's a lot of other LPs on the go, too, so I'm only doing it weekly for Pokemon Sun. until, like, what? Until one, some of my other LPs are done, and two, for when a lot of the other LPs on other channels are done, because it's being overdone. I will eventually add more Pokemon Sun within the next few months. Or within the next year, you'll see more of it. But for now, I'm just doing it weekly. That way, you see some of my other LPs, and that way, you still see something new once in a while. But that's the thing, guys. Like, some people are saying, well, you might get a lot more viewers or a lot more subscribers if you do things when they're new. And I do understand that, in a way. But at the same time, I want to be able to enjoy doing my channel. I don't want to play a game just because it's new. Because if I just get it and I'm not sure if I'm going to like it enough to continue, then it could be a failed Let's Play. And I want to do a Let's Play that I know I'll be able to stay, like, there. Like, stay right in the moment. Like, maybe a few years ago, you might convince me right away, a new game, I'm going to Let's Play it. But I'm at a point now where I'm like, well, yes, a lot of my games are old. But I will stick to them. They may be slower, but I'll stick to them. Or I will have a good resolution to them. I won't just play it for 2 or 3 parts, I'm done. Right? Like, I'll at least give it a good, like, from now on, when I do my endings, I want them to feel satisfying to me. Like, with the Monster Ranchers for now, I knew there's a lot I could do, but there really wasn't much. Right? And that's something I can go back to. And I'm going to try, at least especially starting next year, to go a little bit further with my channel. Like, I might try to continue, like, yes, I always complete the main game of a game. But if there's after game, I'm going to try to get a little more after game into it. Like, for games like Monster Ranchers, though, or The Sims, they have no definite ending. So, like, what I played anyway, so what I'll do is I'll find a satisfying ending to it. Like, I'm not quite finished with The Sims 2, for example. I feel there's a little more I can do with it, so I will continue until I feel satisfied. Like, as you know, back and forth you'll see Pokemon Leaf Green still on the channel in the early, months, because I'm going to try to get some more of the after game. Unless I lose the complete team, because it's a Nuzlocke this time. But I already have a part 19 of Pokemon Leaf Green, but you'll still see a lot of Pokemon White and Pokemon Sun. A lot more Pokemon LPs, I know, but I am going to eventually cut them down a little bit. Like, there won't be as many. Right now, it's because I want to get a bit of Pokemon Sun out, is why there's a little bit more than there should be. And also the fact that I realized that I really should try to do more of Leaf Green after game. So, what I'm doing with those ones, though, are making them kind of a weekly thing, and not overdoing it. Like, just doing a part here or there, but you still get them. Like, I'm going to research every after game now and decide where would be a good cutoff point. Like, for example, Pokemon White, I'm almost done to the main game, and I realize there's still after game. But really, there actually isn't in Pokemon White. There's just rematching the Elite Four and battling Alder. And that I'm definitely going to do. Because there is the looker things, looking for the 7 sages, but really, that's not much of anything. I mean, I'll research into it, but that isn't much of a game, much of an after game. Where in Leaf Green, you go to the other islands and do some other, like, missions, and then you rematch the Pokemon League with Bloopy and having an alternate team, a better team, for an example. And that is, like, the after game. But when you think about it, I'm still doing a Nuzlocke. Like, I'm debating whether I should cancel the Nuzlocke aspect now that I've beaten the main game. But then again, that wouldn't be fair. So, if I could get a little bit further in Leaf Green than I did with Fire Red, because I completely stopped that, then I'll feel a little bit satisfied. And the good news with Pokemon White is I will be able to show you the Battle of Alder because I'm not in a Nuzlocke. And even if I lose, I'll just keep on trying. Like with Caitlyn and everything. Like, hopefully you may not see the full leaf green, but you'll see more of it than you did with Fire Red. Because as long as the missions and the islands aren't too bad, I'll be able to finish the islands anyway. If I lose the Elite Four rematches, then that happens. Or I might just allow myself to continue. It just depends. Like what I decide, but I will let you know. Like in the video that I decided, okay, I really want to do this to a 100% T, then I'll just... as I said, like I'm trying to think of what to do with the channel. Like this week I had a really lazy week. But I suppose, like, sometimes, like, as I explained before, I prefer to just watch videos sometimes than make them on days. Like, I've been hooked to this amazing medical stories, which I pretty much watched all of them, that are, like, what I see on that channel. And it's funny how sometimes I'm not always interested in medical stuff, but sometimes the stories are just what drags you in, the person, not the actual, condition or the medical stuff of it. And, like, it's funny, like, sometimes you wonder, well, why don't you use this opportunity to make a video about it? I might, but those type of scenarios are also very personal to those involved. And I really don't want to, like, I know not everyone watches, okay, a lot of people watch YouTube, but I don't want to bring anything personal to anyone who is involved in those stories. I mean, I know there's a channel on YouTube on the actual video of a TV show, but that's different. That they specifically asked permission to share those stories and worked with the individuals involved. In other words, I don't want to kind of steal or embarrass from those individuals. I don't remember some of the names and some of them, but yeah, I know you're so interested, but you forget the names. Yeah, that happens too. But when I'm watching it, I was really into it. But yeah, I will try to get more videos up, but there's some series that are pretty stable because I have several weeks of videos. So I'm thinking once in a while I could take a week or so just to relax. But that's it, I was trying to get myself today to do some videos, but I'm like, hopefully I'll be able to get this vlog up tomorrow. Because my brain is just all... I didn't even get half the stuff transferred over, so I'm going to have a lot of work to do here with the vlog, so I might take today to do the vlog, and tomorrow is Sunday, so I'll do a little bit more maybe. I said, like, I'm like, type of thing. But anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next class.